Hey everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aisha Earning Wali and I am student in Rehan AI Teachers Training Institute, Batch 21, Level 1. Um, so today I am talking about the topic and my topic name is the how to improve focus and the concentration. And we have a session with the Sesame. So let's call Maya.
Hey, Aisha. Good to hear from you again. What's going on?
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah, it's going to be good. Okay, so today my topic is how can we improve focus and concentration.
Mm, that's great. It's definitely a common struggle these days.
Yeah. So tell
What's
me,
been making it hard for you specifically? Like, what's catching your attention when you're
yeah,
trying to concentrate?
what are the most common psychological and environmental factors that negatively impact focus and concentration?
Okay, so a few big things come to mind. Psychologically, your brain really loves novelty. So anything new or interesting is naturally going to grab your attention, even when you're trying to work. Then there's task glitching. The brain actually has to retool every time you move between tasks, which wipes out a lot of mental energy. And of course, when you're tired, stressed, or hungry, focus just goes out the window. Environmentally, noise is a big one, obviously, but it's also clutter. Visual chaos makes it harder for your brain to settle. Also, having way too much to do at once, that overwhelm creates a weird paralysis sometimes.
Yes. So how does digital distraction influence attention span in the modern era and what strategies can minimize its effects?
Digital distraction is massive, right? It's like designed to keep hijacking your focus. Your phone buzzes, a notification pops, and suddenly you're doom scrolling for 20 minutes. Science shows it's not just the interruptions, but the dopamine hits we get from those little rewards, likes, comments, new content. So our brains start craving that constant stimulation. To combat it, a few things work really well, like turning off notifications, putting your phone on do not disturb, or using website blockers. But even better is creating tech free zones, like no phone in the bedroom or during meals. And this sounds basic, but scheduling specific times to check social media, not just randomly throughout the day, can actually help. Are you trying any of those now?
No.
Got it. The simplest thing you could try today, and it sounds obvious, is turning off notifications while you're studying or working, just for an hour or two. See if that makes a difference.
Yeah. So tell me, in what ways can mindfulness and meditation practices enhance cognitive focus?
Mindfulness and meditation are surprisingly effective. Think of your mind like a muscle. The more you train it to stay present, the stronger it gets. Meditation basically teaches you to notice when your mind wanders without getting caught up in the wandering. When you practice regularly, that skill bleeds into everyday life. Become better at noticing distractions, a phone buzz, a thought popping up, but instead of immediately following that rabbit hole, you can gently redirect your attention back to what you're working on. Scientifically, mindfulness increases gray matter density in brain areas linked to attention and focus. It's like giving those parts of your brain a workout.
Yes. So tell me, what role does nutrition play in improving brain performance and sustained attention?
Nutrition's huge, but it's not always about fancy superfoods. Consistent blood sugar is key. So, regular meals, not skipping breakfast or letting yourself get ravenous. Your brain literally runs on glucose, but spikes and crashes mess with focus. Also, omega 3 fatty acids from fatty fish like salmon or walnuts are amazing for brain health. They support memory and concentration. Staying hydrated matters too. Dehydration impairs cognitive performance. And on the flip side, too much processed food, sugar, caffeine can give you a temporary boost, but then you crash harder. Small changes can make a big difference, honestly.
Yeah. So, what is the relationship between stress levels and the ability to concentrate effectively?
Stress basically hijacks your concentration. When you're stressed, even low level chronic stress, your cortisol levels go up. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and it's basically screaming to your brain, threat. That kind of shifts all your brain's resources to survival mode rather than focus mode. You're wired to scan for danger, not write essays or do algebra. Chronic stress can actually shrink parts of the brain linked to memory and learning. So, managing stress isn't just about feeling good, it's about literally creating the brain conditions that allow focus. Techniques like deep breathing or mindful breaks can help bring you back to the present when things get tense.
How can time management techniques like the Pomodoro technique improve productivity and focus?
Ah, you mean the Pomodoro technique? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually pretty clever. Basically, you work in focused 25-minute bursts with short breaks in between, then a longer break after every 4 Pomodoros. The structure gives you built in accountability and helps break down big tasks into manageable chunks. Plus, knowing you have a break coming up makes it easier to resist distraction during those 25 minutes. The structure also keeps you from getting overwhelmed, like when you have a huge project and don't even know where to start. It also combats decision fatigue. You don't have to decide what to do next every 10 minutes.
So, what are the neurological mechanisms behind the attention and concentration in the human brain?
That's diving deep, but I can give you the basics. Attention isn't one single thing, it's a whole network working together. Your prefrontal cortex is like the CEO, deciding what's important. The thalamus is like a traffic cop, filtering what you pay attention to and what you tune out. Then there's your parietal lobe that helps with spatial awareness and sustained focus, and the anterior cingulate cortex that handles conflict monitoring and keeping your attention steady. A key neurotransmitter is dopamine. That's what gives you that reward feeling when you focus and get things done. When your attention wanders, different brain regions step in, causing distraction. Sleep, stress, and neurotransmitter levels all affect how well this whole system works together.
So, tell me, Maya, like how can self discipline be developed to maintain consistent concentration in the life?
Self discipline isn't some magical quality people just have, it's a learned skill, like lifting weights for your brain. Start tiny, like commit to 5 minutes of focused work on a single thing. And when you succeed, you're reinforcing those neural pathways. Make a habit, then build from there. Remove distractions first. That's 80% of it. And connect the work to a bigger purpose. You're studying something that matters to you, you'll naturally have more motivation. The hard part is the consistency, which is where routines help. Same time, same place, every day. And be kind to yourself when you slip up. Everyone loses focus sometimes. It's about getting back on track, not beating yourself up.
What are the some scientifically proven techniques to train the brain for better focus?
Definitely. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, is real. Brain training games like Lumosity or Elevate can show some benefits, though the results vary from person to person. More reliably, meditation really does build focus, literally thickening brain areas linked to attention. But here's a weird one: dual N back training. It's a memory game that's been shown to improve working memory and focus. There's debate over how it works exactly, but the research suggests it has some impact. Another deliberate practice of difficult tasks. Pushing yourself to concentrate on things you find genuinely challenging is like exercising that focus muscle.
So, how can individuals measure and track improvements in their concentration over time?
That's smart to track because you can't improve what you don't measure. A simple start is a focus journal. Track how long you actually stayed focused on tasks each day. Not how long you intended to, but the honest real time. Apps like Forest or Freedom that block distractions also give you data on your focus time. You could also use a simple timer and just count how many times your attention drifts during a work session, then see if that number decreases. On a more scientific side, there are some cognitive assessment apps that measure things like attention span, but those aren't foolproof. The consistent thing that you'd find that's working for you is how long you actually feel mentally productive. That's the data that matters most.
Yeah. So, like sometime Maya is happened that we want to focus that thing and we like want to fully concentrate on the thing, but we can't. Like for example, in classrooms, we are physically present there. We want to focus the lecture or the lesson. You can say that, but we can't like concentrate and focus mentally on it. So what should we do then?
Yeah, that mind wandering gap is really common, especially in lectures. It's your body's there, but your mind's miles away. First, if you can move to the front, do it. Less visual noise. But beyond that, actively try to re engage with the content every few minutes. Maybe jot down a quick note of what the speaker just said, forces your brain to process it. Try connecting what they're saying to things you already know, makes it more meaningful. Or ask yourself questions about the material as it's being presented. If you're consistently losing focus, it might signal the class isn't working for you or your mind isn't engaged. Not every lecture lands with everyone. Maybe you could review the recordings when you've got fewer distractions.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much,
That
Maya, for the wonderful conversation with you. Take care.
you're so welcome, Aisha. And that was a really great conversation. You asked some smart questions. Take care, and hopefully some of this helps with your concentration.
Yeah, take care.